tonight.
This is my least favorite time of the year when you're trying to figure out like scheduling.
Student recognitions. This is our favorite part of being on the Board of Ed. So happy to see everybody here tonight to end the year. Thanks for coming.
I don't know. I know to stay away from.
Yeah. We've got the football team. We've got the members of the pep band, the cheerleaders, the dance team. Hopefully we have members from the whole community that's brought in our community together this year. So thanks for that. Congrats on the big wins this year. All right, everybody. Welcome to our last regular public meeting. So great to see members of the community here tonight. We've got some awesome recognitions to end this year, and we love this part of the evening of the meetings. We're here first to recognize our volunteers, our Vietnam veterans right here, members of a big community of veterans that come into our schools, Indian Hill and Sats, for a number of years now. And it's one of the most engaging and awesome days in the schools, the way they get our students engaged and teaching them history lessons, and a lot of laughs, but we're going to come down and recognize them. And I'm going to recognize a phenomenal group of students, football team, pep band, dance team, and our cheerleaders who put on a phenomenal performance this year, for yourselves, for our community, for your coaches, for your parents. We're proud of all of you, and we look forward to recognizing you. So we're going to motion to return the public session to get this meeting started.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here. All right.
Here. Thanks, Debbie. Opening statement as set forth in item G, opening statement on the agenda and board policy. The board welcomes public participation. There are two opportunities for the public to speak. The first is at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items only, and the second is at the end of the meeting for other items. Please state your name and address when making a public statement. Can we please rise for the flag salute? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Cascone so we could start these wonderful recognitions tonight.
Thank you, President Damari. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for coming tonight. At this time, if I would just ask the board administration to come down from the dais, sit in the front row, and we'll begin our program. Thank you. Okay. This meeting is always a special one. It's a special time of year, being the holidays, and we always have quite a number of recognitions that we do at this meeting. It's a great opportunity as we move into the holiday break and Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, for us to really have an opportunity to just take pride in our community. It's an exceptional community. And that's both the student athletes and the staff, the parents, the families, but also community partners who come into our schools, who donate their time for the benefit of our school community and our students. And we have three very esteemed gentlemen tonight with us. And gentlemen, you're from, refresh my memory, from Lodge VVA Chapter 12, Vietnam Veterans Association. And since I've been here, these gentlemen and their colleagues have come in every week of Veterans Day. They've done multiple presentations. You've probably seen their presentations. And typically they do that at Indian Hill for the Veterans Day breakfast. And thanks to our parent group over there for doing a great job with that. But they put out multiple tables of a host of different memorabilia, relics, artifacts from the Vietnam War. They put kids through a simulated a boot camp exercise. But most importantly, they're so gracious in the sharing of their stories, which are not only informative for our students and history, but also truly inspiring. And even to the staff members who are present as well. I heard a story this year about the gentleman from the Air Force who was shot down over Hanoi, was a POW for Dave Drummond for how he was there for, and he was about 6 months in Hanoi Hilton. And in fact, his helmet, which he lost when he was parachuting out, was later found and was put into a museum. He didn't actually end up being able to find the museum where it was. Couldn't find it. Exactly. But these are the kinds of stories you don't hear and you don't read or see in a history book. And so we're just, so thankful to these gentlemen. This time I'm proud to present certificates of appreciation to these three gentlemen. Bob Hopkins, certificate of appreciation as a thank you for sharing your story and inspiring our students. We present this certificate of appreciation embodying courage and leadership, December 17th, 2025, Holmdel Board of Education meeting. Round of applause for Mr. Hopkins. Would also like to present you with this Live Holmdel Blue Holmdel Hornet pin. So we'd be honored if you would if you'd wear that and know that you're always welcome here and you're always a Hornet for life with us. So thank you, sir. My pleasure. Next gentleman that we'd like to recognize is Ernie Diorio. And last but certainly not least, I wasn't sure whether Mr. Leone was going to join us this evening, but Joe Leone. Joe? Thank you so much. And gentlemen, if you would indulge us to come up to the front of the auditorium and take a picture with the board administration to capture the moment. One more round of applause for our veterans. All right, so this may very well be the last stop on the victory tour, boys and girls. Thanks to our Holmdel Township Committee for recognizing last week our Holmdel High School legendary historic 2025 football team. I had the absolute privilege of being at the banquet this Sunday. Terrific job by our touchdown club. It was a beautiful day, snowy day, but I really enjoyed it, hearing a little bit more about the players individually, what they've done, what they've achieved. And so tonight, perhaps we put a capstone on this terrific celebration of a historic accomplishment. Obviously, we've talked a lot about, over the course of the last 3 years, two back-to-back division titles, never been done before in history, first sectional championship, first in history, and so many amazing accomplishments, not only as a team, but also as individual players, both on both sides of the ball, special teams as well. And to what can we attribute this success other than Jack Cannon? I'm kidding, Jack. What can we attest that to? Football's a team sport. Jack would be the first one to tell you that, right? It's really the people behind the student athletes. It's obviously Coach Kavanaugh, amazing staff that he's put together, not only teaching kids football, but also teaching them the right way and teaching them how to be young men of character. To the families, huge piece of it. And I see how passionate, how much you care about it. And then, of course, our amazing parent group, the Touchdown Club, which of course benefits not only the football team, but also our cheer and dance. And ladies, thank you as well for being here. We're looking forward to recognize you as well. That all contributes to it, right? And it's fitting that here on this night that we have football, cheer, dance, the parent groups, the parents, because whether you're a football fan or not, you can't help but be excited and proud when you're at a football game on a Friday night, because the mettle of this community, the exceptionality of this community is on full display. And so not only do we congratulate, obviously, these amazing student athletes, but also everyone here tonight who all played some part in that success. So round of applause to our boys as well as everyone here. And not to leave out our amazing pep band, because of course we have their leadership here as well, and the athletes, all of them are part of that. And really the pep band, and I'm going to talk more about them later tonight, that was really the piece that was missing, right? And so now we're complete. So without further ado, we're going to present the certificates. I'm going to read the names. Mr. Casal and Dr. Harritz will present you with the certificates, and then we're just going to ask you, boys, as you get your certificate, just come and take a spot up here in the risers. We'll ask you to take a pic with us. All right. Starting off was Brandon Muller. Michael Tedisco. Matt Scheinman. James Murphy. Joey Berardi. Antonio Zappia. Marcos Verios. Maximus Shim. Jack Cannon. Dylan Carey. Gianni Rexinis. Carmine Alaperti. Tommy Fletcher. Christian Gomez. Hunter Sanfilippo. Sean Diaz. Alex Scolo. Dylan McDonald. Aiden Sika. Anthony Serini. Gavin Sharp. Ryan Pescator. Tayem Sharaf. Ryan Costello. Christian Varangi. Charlie Murphy. Pete Berardi. Tyler Carey. Luca Naparano. Grayson Crowther. Teddy Kukumis. Luke Scheiss. Santiago Bell. Gavin Mason. Devin Bahal. Rob Maniszewski. Jackson Needs. Ryder Sexton. Lucas Mesa. James Agbaton. Daniel Impreveduto. Andrew Klein. Peter Scheiss. Michael Longyear. Luca Vasiliadis. Vincenzo Amodio. John Gann. I think John's at a wrestling match. Carmine Dente III. Jack Tiller. Jack Bodsford. Justin Smith. Javi Wright. Mahmoud Ghanem. Joey Havey. And Zane Samra. Yeah. And now we're going to recognize the outstanding coaching staff and coach of the year, Noel Kavanaugh. Right? Yeah, about that. Noel Kavanaugh, come on up, coach. With the signature cap. Assistant coach Dave Sherman. Assistant coach Joe Castellano. Okay. And not present tonight are Mike Oxley, assistant coach, who's probably at the wrestling match himself. Steve Leo, volunteer coach, kicking coach for many years now. Scott Wetzel, strength and conditioning coach. Dallas Clem, assistant coach. Shaquem Richardson, assistant coach. And Nick Tyson, volunteer coach. Oh, and we can't forget our new athletic trainer, Kyle Heidel, who keeps the boys patched up and ready to get out there. All right, round of applause for our championship, historic 2025 Holmdel High School boys football team. All right, boys, we're going to take a picture with you. Okay. Our next recognition is going to be for our Holmdel Touchdown Club. We have President Hernando here for that, and members of the executive board. But before we do that, I want to recognize a couple other groups of student athletes here today and speak a little bit about them before I ask you to come up as we recognize the Touchdown Club. And the first is if we have I'm going to recognize you both together, which is both our dance team and our cheer team. I mean, some of my favorite moments are sitting at halftime. I always go to the 50-yard line, and my jaw just drops, like watching what you girls do. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. And I know that and I think I had made a comment on one of the posts that literally, like, you could be a college team. Like, you're literally as high quality and with technique of college squads. I mean, it is incredible. And I know, and we have coaches here tonight as well, both our dance and cheer coaches. And I'd like you to come up as well when we call you up. And that only happens through hours. I mean, I don't even know how many hours. So could you guys venture a guess of how many hours you practiced from like the first training sessions in summer to the end of the season? Anyone want to venture a guess on hours? Hundreds, right. That only happens through that. And I know sometimes folks, and obviously we're an academically focused school, and that's our main focus here. And some folks, maybe 50-50 on athletics and things of that nature. But make no mistake about it. What you're doing as student athletes, the discipline, the focus, the attention to detail, not only is that helping you in the classroom now, but it 100% is going to help you later on in your careers and in life. I continue to be amazed every time I see you perform. So how about a round of applause for our cheer and dance coaches as well. And ladies, if we could just ask you to come up to the risers. I want you to be here as we recognize the Touchdown Club leadership, and then we'd ask you to take a picture with them and with us if you would. So ladies, please come up to the risers. And gentlemen, Sebastian, I want to forget about you. Come up. Come on up. Is that? Yeah. And so now, just to focus our attention on thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. We are going to ask you to do a dance and a cheer. No, I'm kidding. You're all right. We'll let you off the hook tonight, ladies. It's all good. So Touchdown Club. All right. I mean, I had already seen, whether it's the dinners, the gear, all of it. And when I first came to Holmdel, I realized right away that what our parent group, it's special. It's different here, what our parents group do, whether it's fundraising or just the hours that they put into supporting the kids. It's incredible. And that was on full display at the banquet on Sunday. I mean, what a classy event. And it just shows how much you care about these kids, right? And that matters, right? When I say this oftentimes in public, we have any success as a school district, it's not because of just the school, it's everyone working together, including the parents. So at this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Hernando, if you would come up, and any other members of the Touchdown Club Leadership Board who are here tonight, please come up to be recognized. I'd like to read the certificate, Ms. Bahal. Thank you. Certificate of Holmdel Board of Education congratulates the Holmdel Touchdown Club. Certificate of recognition and appreciation of your outstanding contributions and for your unwavering commitment to the Holmdel Township School District's football, cheerleading, and dance programs. December 17th, 2025, Holmdel Board of Education. Okay. Okay. Saving the best for last. So over the course of the last 4 years, since I've been in the district, we've accomplished, some great things together. And there are some that really stand out. And when I look at the Holmdel Pep Band, okay, I see an incredible transformation, right? It's something when I see the kids perform, I'm incredibly proud of that because I just see how far it's come in such a short period of time. And again, getting back to that common theme, that was accomplished by true partnership. But I think most importantly in that partnership was the folks from the leadership, from the executive board of the Holmdel Pep Band organization. I mean, that's a hardworking group of people right there. So round of applause. Okay. I mean, they are passionate. I mean, they are super committed and passionate about it, but that's what it takes, to make a change, a transformation like that in such a short period of time. And of course, are amazing musicians, right? I think anyone that went to a Friday night football game, you looked at it and you understood that completed the picture, right? I mean, tell me, like, when you're watching that halftime show and you have the band going, the merch, beautiful looking, cheerleaders dance. I mean, what a great thing that is, right? All of them together. And so I just felt it was absolutely essential after all the efforts that you've put in to get this really to the place it is now, to call you up. And I'd like to first have our student musicians come up, if you would, to be acknowledged. Come on up, guys and gals. I mean, just on the road, always there in the stands, and then and honestly, I'm impressed by the cheerleaders and the dance team, but I'm also impressed how you play the instrument, period. And then you do it while you're walking around out there. I mean, it is really, and in the cold, incredible. So at this time, I'd invite the Pep Band Parent Organization Executive Board to come up and please be recognized for your outstanding contributions. Tonight, I would be remiss. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's here. He snuck in. Perfect. All right. I'm going to embarrass you now. All right. The final recognition is for a gentleman that most of you know is Officer Dave Buckle. Okay. Now, Dave, Officer Buckle, in addition to being the special law enforcement officer at Village School, has also served as the director of the pep band for the last 2 years, 4 years. Well, I didn't realize that. Okay, so before and after 4 years. Okay, even better. Dave's been amazing. What you may not know about Officer Buckley, he's also an accomplished trumpet player. Matter of fact, studied at Berkeley College of Music. Things that you learn about people when you have an opportunity to talk to him. But Dave, we want to recognize you individually and especially for all the time, the effort, the love you put into this program. Dave is going to be stepping down as the director, but the program most certainly would not be where it is today because of him. And so, Dave, we sincerely thank you. And Dave, we had a certificate for you, so come on down. Congratulations, Dave Buckle. Certificate of recognition in appreciation of your outstanding contribution and dedication to the Holmdel High School Pep Band program, December 17th, 2025. Okay, that concludes the student and staff and community partner recognition. We're going to take a brief 5-minute recess. We are going to be doing a Board of Education recognition for our outgoing board members, President Chris Damari, Jeff Mann, and John Buckley. But if you wanted to take your leave at this time, you certainly could. If you wish to stay for the Board of Education recognition, we're happy to have you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, all the best. Safe home. Gents, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, why don't you pull it? And why don't you well at me?
One more minute, we'll be back.
Typically, if you have continued schedule for Thursday.
All right. Great way to start the last meeting of the year. It was fantastic to recognize all those students and staff, coaches. So we are back. We are going with the report, the last report of the student representatives to the board. Bella, take it from here.
Oh, okay, there we go. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? Okay. He is going.
Right. First, I want to congratulate all the veterans, the football team, dance team, cheer team, and pep band for all their contributions. It's kind of crazy that they won their first sectional championship, correct? Um, that's pretty awesome for our county and our town. But some things that happened during school these past 2 months is that Battle of the Classes, the in-school event went really well. There's a lot more like engagement than the end of the day, and it was like a very fun experience for the students and the representatives and the staff. Here are the rankings. The seniors came first, the sophomores came second, the juniors came third, and the freshmen came fourth. We will soon have spring games outside with new games. I think we're thinking of doing a relay race utilizing the track, which is going to be fun because I run track and I'm probably going to do that. Um, and then for this Friday, we're going to have a gift wrapping contest for Battle of the Classes because we continue to do these games continuing forward. And some of the fun objects that we're doing are a basketball, a book, and then most fun, a class president. So we're wrapping the class president. So I will be wrapped in wrapping paper during lunch on Friday, which hopefully my class does a good job. And then I'll let Bella take it up from here.
Thank you, Antonio. So, as we know, Antonio just told us about some fun events we've had going on at the high school, but we also want to discuss the National Honor Society. So, as we know, Holmdel values academic as well as athletic excellence, as we just honored student athletes. And the National Honor Society has an event they're hosting coming up, the Winter Wonderland, this Friday. And it's this Friday, December 19th, during unit lunch in the new gym. There's a $5 entry fee, and all of this is going to our main event at the end of the year, Relay for Life, raising money for cancer research that directly goes to American Cancer Society. And all the proceeds will continue to aid us in that. The Relay for Life event is on May 15th, 2025, and NHS induction for juniors who will be honored is January 29th, so that's coming up as well. We also have a couple fundraisers being run through National Honor Society for hours. There's the Holmdel Basketball Toy Drive to help support those in need as we make our way into the holiday season. You can either bring a toy for the annual drive and drop it off at locations at the front entrance of the high school or those listed on the flyer that is sent out in the daily email by Mr. Baranowski. And these are being collected latest this Friday. We also have a holiday ornament fundraiser going on by the Robotics Club. They're selling acrylic and wood holiday ornaments, and the last date to order is this Friday, the 19th. That link is also sent out in the daily emails, and we're just trying to make a conscious effort at the high school to not only celebrate this time, but remind our students that it's a time to give back.
All right. Thanks so much. We always appreciate the student updates, and thank you both for joining us this year and wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Hey, Chris, question down here since
We got one question here
we're
by
not very circular. So it's hello down there,
structure, tough
Yeah.
structure.
like a Seinfeld episode. So Relay for Life, we've been doing that for like 4 or 5 years. It's a great event. But the one thing, Scott, maybe if we could tie off with the principals, if it's still at all possible. A lot of times there seems to be other events at other schools. I think the younger kids would love to go to those events. Like I remember last year we had them in the gym just because the weather wasn't that great. Normally it's on Rogie Field. But just if we could see if the master calendar, if there's no conflicts or things like this. I know obviously, I'm sure May 15th is a Friday most likely. But that would be a nice thing just to advertise it, to get the other schools there, because that could even be a community-wide event especially if we have it at Rogie. And then my other question is the NHS. When is that induction? Is that in January? Or is that
The induction's January 29th, and
Okay.
As for Relay for Life, I completely agree with Mr. Reddy on that. We have always kept it open to all the schools and the community, but last year, since it was in the gym, even though we did have a successful fundraiser, I believe raising 45,000, which is still amazing, we do want to spread awareness and make it further in the community. So posting it anywhere or just getting the word out is a great way to do so. You can pre-register online. And I believe it's $15 online. Sometimes there's like $10 days where it goes down or $20 at the event in May, but it should be hopefully if the weather goes well on the field, and just if we can try and put that on a calendar like Mr. Reddy said, I'm sure Miss Fox and everyone in event leadership team and at the high school that's part of the Honor Society and is trying to help a good cause would appreciate it.
Thanks, Bella. Thanks, Pete. All right. Good night to you both. Report of the superintendent, Dr. Kesko.
Yeah, thank you, President Damari. So this report is always a brief one. Kind of let the recognition ceremony serve primarily as my report. Really just take an opportunity to wish our community all the best for Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, which is ongoing as we speak, and a Happy New Year that's safe, healthy, and prosperous. In a moment, we're going to recognize outgoing board members, our current board president, Chris Damari, John Buckley, who's under the weather, couldn't be here tonight, and Jeff Mann. Now, the board will have their opportunity to make some comments, but I just wanted to say a few words before we, and maybe that's a good segue. As passed. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Thank you for that. I was not present last night, so it slipped my mind. But yes, we had two. Actually, the last couple of weeks, we've had some terrific concerts at Indian Hill School. And this week we had the choral concert and the band concert last night. And listen, our kids are amazing, and the staff that work with them are fantastic. And the product is. You know what? You can go to New York City and pay hundreds of dollars or maybe thousands of dollars to go and see a show or a concert. But me, I'd rather drive 5 minutes and watch our kids perform. So great festive evenings, and, kudos to all of our student musicians and the faculty that work with them. Mr. Damari is really just trying to prevent me from to delay the moment where we actually start talking about him. You can't delay it anymore, Mr. President. It's happening.
Bring it on.
Okay. So really brief. The relationship that I've said this before, that as a board goes, the district goes. It's rare that you find a district that's operating with stability, with success, without a board that's serving and operating effectively as a board. The relationship between the board and the superintendent is perhaps the most important one that exists within a district. And, a former board member used to say that, board members don't administer the district, they govern the district, but finding that balance between the two is like dancing on the head of a pin, and it really is. But I feel like this board for the last couple of years has managed that balance perfectly. And I think whether it's Chris, Jeff, or John, it's not that board members didn't ask questions. Anyone that might consider this a rubber stamp board was not a rubber stamp board, even though oftentimes we had 9-0 votes. There was a lot of good conversation, a lot of tough questions that were asked. This board wanted, including the 3 outgoing board members, wanted to understand that before they vote, they had a clear understanding of what we were doing administratively. But there was also a level of, as the relationship developed, a level of trust and confidence that developed where they started to, believe and trust in the decisions that we were making. I believe that we can continue that good working relationship. But you gentlemen have been a big part of that. Chris, we've spent a lot of time talking. I don't, in my time as a superintendent, I don't think I've ever seen a board president put in the kind of hours that you put in, the kind of care that you had for the position. We talk about this, it's like the bunker. It's the command bunker. And once you're in it, you either had the experience of being in it or you haven't. But there's a level of solidarity that develops when you're in the trenches and you're dealing with these challenges. It's been really fun, believe it or not, watching your growth, the 3 of you. You come in, you have a certain understanding of how things work, and then you learn and you start to understand how to navigate those things. It's been a pleasure, and honestly, these are friendships. When I'm no more working with you or for you, I expect that we will continue to be friends, and that goes for you, John and Jeff. So thank you for your service on behalf of the school district, and I wish all 3 of you the very best.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll.
I wasn't going to comment on that.
Oh, no, you can
No, you wait till the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to forget. It's going to be a
Nah,
lot.
you'll be fine.
go because you don't want to
Go ahead. Go, Allison. They want me to wait for the end.
All right. Chris, I mean, what can I say? It's been an adventure, especially this past year. Thank you for serving as our president. For me personally, serving beside you has been an honor. It came with some really unique responsibilities that we took super, super seriously. I am grateful for the trust, the collaboration, and the thoughtful leadership you brought to our work. Together, we were committed to being visible, accessible, responsive, and supportive. You led with purpose, respect, and care for our community, and I'm proud of what we accomplished. You set an example for future leaders. Thank you for your service, your leadership, and your friendship. You now have the gift of time. And then I'm gonna talk about Jeff and John quickly too. But I'm gonna present you on behalf of the board this little plaque. It says, "With deep appreciation, the Holmdel Board of Education hereby recognizes Christian Damari, member of the Holmdel Board of Education, 2023 to 2025, Vice President 2024, President 2025, for his dedication and commitment to the education of the children of Holmdel."
Thank you.
In addition, you get this lovely gavel
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and plaque.
Awesome.
Use it at home.
So, yeah, Leo, watch it. Watch it at home.
That's
okay?
something for the kids now. Thank you so
Yeah.
much to you both, and I'll comment down the road.
And to Jeff and John, again, we embarked on this adventure. I was a year behind you. Me and Anthony joined a year after you, and we didn't really know each other before that. But I'd say over the past 2 years, we were really thrown into the trenches, and I'm grateful for everything that you've done for Holmdel. And again, I value the friendships, and like Scott said, this is more than a working relationship. It's friendships outside of here too, which I'll cherish forever. Thank you.
Agreed. So I guess I will go. Good evening, everyone. Tonight I have the privilege of recognizing two of our fellow board members who have each made a tremendous impact during their time on the Holmdel Board of Education, which is Jeff Mann and John Buckley. Jeff has been a steady, thoughtful voice on this board from the moment he joined. As the chair of our policy committee, he approached every discussion with a combination of a business acumen, analytical thinking, and genuine care for this district. And Jeff's ability to clearly frame issues, ask the right questions, consider how many policy decision affects both our students and our taxpayers has been invaluable. And whether the topic was instruction, safety, governance, or long-term strategy, he brought a perspective grounded in experience, professionalism, and common sense. His contributions helped shape decisions that will benefit Holmdel for years to come. Jeff, thank you for your service, your insight, and your steady leadership. We are a better district because of your work. I would like to present you with this plaque. With deep appreciation, the Holmdel Board of Education hereby recognizes Jeffrey Mann, member of the Holmdel Board of Education 2023 to 2025, for his dedication and commitment to the education of the children of Holmdel. John Buckley. John has served as the chair of the negotiations committee, a role that often requires patience, diligence, and the ability to balance many competing priorities. John led that effort with fairness, respect, and a strong commitment to collaboration. Negotiating a teacher's contract is never simple. It affects the entire district, our educators, our finances, and ultimately our students. John approached this responsibility with a mindset of partnership. He listened, he asked thoughtful questions, and he always kept the long-term health of the district in focus. His leadership helped guide a process that was professional, constructive, and grounded in doing what's right for Holmdel students and staff. John, thank you for your dedication, your calm presence, and your service to this community. Unfortunately, John could not be here tonight as him and his family have become a little ill. I hope you get better soon. But in closing, on behalf of the board, I want to extend our sincere appreciation to both Jeff and John. Serving on the Board of Education requires hours of volunteer time, difficult conversations, and a willingness to put your community first. Both of you have done exactly that. Your contributions mattered. Your service made a difference. And although your terms on the board may be ending, the positive impact of your work will continue long after tonight. Thank you again for everything you've done for Holmdel.
Very well said, Mr. Lebecci. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Does anyone else want to make any comments?
So I have something. So over the past 3 years, we have 3 board members that have generously given countless hours in service of the community. As dedicated volunteers, they've led with commitment and care. And while we haven't always seen eye to eye on all the topics, we are definitely able to engage in respectful and thoughtful debate. That is one of the wonderful things about this board here. We've always been very respectful of each other's opinions. The Board of Ed brings together community members who might not otherwise cross paths because our kids are at different stages. And the insights of the service, allowing each other to offer unique perspectives and insights in service of one shared goal, which is to be here for the education of the students. We are deeply grateful for your time, your energy, and the support for the administration and the students and the staff. And just thank you, all three of you, for all of the time and commitment that you've put in. It is definitely a thankless job up here.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you. All right. Anybody have anything else to say?
So I'm the newest board member, and I think what you Chris, John, Jeff, so sorry. I didn't prepare anything. But I want to say thank you for your service. I think once you're in the role, people don't understand the pressure, the expectations, and you're balancing so much, right? And so I think you've always led with your heart, making sure that, we're listening to everyone in the community. And I hope to see you around. I hope this is not the end of the time that I get to see you. I hope I see you in public at other things in town and continue to lead in your own way, not necessarily with a title here, but you're all leaders in this community. So I look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future. And please come to our meetings. You're always welcome.
Right. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate that.
So 3 years ago, Chris, John's not here, and Jeff, I was looking at the text from a couple of years ago, and it's crazy how quick 3 years went. Because I remember sitting in Bell Works with you guys going, okay, this is good. And, so I just wanted to say, like I said this afternoon, thank you. You guys have done what 99.9999% of this town does not do. You guys took a chair, you took a post, and you did it well, and you did it consistently and loyally, and you dedicated your time. And I appreciate that. We'll definitely miss. I mean, it's 9 years leaving the board. That's a lot. That's important. We're going to go from one of the youngest boards last year ever to the youngest board coming up in just a few weeks. So your experience does matter. We'll miss it. Went through a bunch of different stuff together. I think 5.7, 5.6 is probably the biggest one that I remember. But there's just a whole bunch of things. And, we as a board worked together and we got stuff done. I mean, that's, you guys made a significant impact. 200 plus policies is a lot of policies. Just doing that is a good thing for years and years down the road. So appreciate what you did. Christian, good job as president. I like that you got a gavel. It's very cool. Leo, you could probably use that at dinner or something, get them going. But congrats. And you got your Wednesdays back and many other days and hours that, that's a lot. That's like Terrence said, you got your time back. So thanks very much, guys.
Thanks,
Do
Pete.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Pete. Jeff, did you want to share something, Jeff?
Yeah, well, I'd like to say thanks for all your kind words, Dr. Cascone and Allison. Thank you, Chris, Pete, Ray, Anthony, and Kim. And I want to say thank you to the community for our trust, for your trust primarily, engagement and support over the last 3 years. Serving as a school board member has been an honor, and I'm deeply grateful to the administrators, of course, and Dr. Cascone for their partnership and dedication and tireless work, and the tireless work of our teachers, of course, on the behalf of our students and our schools. And it's really been a privilege to serve, and keep up the good work. And thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff. So I'll just share some raw thoughts, and I appreciate sitting up here with all of you, many for the last 3 years. We've been a really collaborative and good working relationships, and I appreciated that with each and every one of you. I think we've always worked together, and each and every one of us has had the mentality of how can we better our students and our community. And that's the goal and the mission of the board. And starting with Dr. Cascone, we're here to oversee Dr. Cascone as the chief administrator, and kudos to our administration team and all our administrators here tonight as well, and to work closely with them and see the hard work that's behind the scenes that most do not see. It's been a pleasure to see, and it's really for the teachers, for our staff, for our custodians, for everybody that makes this school such a phenomenal district. And it was an amazing experience to kind of be in the trenches with everybody and gain a reappreciation for a school that I attended starting in 83 and graduated in 96. As a student, you don't look at it that way, but as an adult, I've always been grateful that my children have had an opportunity to come to school. So it's the people here that have guided that over the years, and for the students of tomorrow. So I do appreciate all of your efforts. But, we are here to make sure that the schools run well. We're not here to run the schools. So I appreciate that, being a part of this tenure in Holmdel School District history where it really needed stability bad. We had a lot of interim superintendents. There was a lot going on, and then COVID hit us, and Dr. Cascone was hired, and it's been 4 years of really stability and strengthening the structure, and re-strengthening the foundation that really just you need somebody guiding the ship. And it's been a pleasure watching you. And I've said it, you brought accountability. You listened to any parents that reached out. You listened to teacher, staff, administrator. It's a very challenging job to keep everybody happy. And I certainly saw that. And forget about the amount of hours. It's a nonstop. I mean, texting, 10 p.m. weekends, always communicating about how we can better the school district and go from great to exceptional. So I appreciate those efforts. Our relationship grew tremendously from years 1 to 2 and 3. Year 1 was I was figuring out if we were going to have a relationship a little while. It took some time, but I appreciate all you've done, and I look forward to seeing you continue to lead the ship. To go down the line, like Raymond, I appreciate how engaged you've come. You joined the board. You've shown genuine engagement of wanting to get involved. You've jumped in. You took the lead as the buildings and ground chair, and you really put in some good work there, and you were engaged in conversations. And that says a lot, right? You show up to the events, you want to be here. How could I help? And you'll grow tremendously in the second year. And I look forward to that logical kind of mentality that you brought to the board. Pete, the veteran, you're going to play a huge role next year as the veteran of bringing kind of the history of where we've been and how hard we've worked over these few years to navigate, this storm that is now here, that we've spoken about. And I appreciate the time and the service that you put in when you realize how much it is when you finally get on here. I mean, it does burn you out. But yeah, I appreciate those efforts. And Pete, I will say that I'll never forget that, once you understood the 5-7-5-6, you were locked in and you drove that as president. Those were some tough meetings, but we knew what we needed to do and what was right. And I'm always be proud that we went through. That was a bold decision, very challenging to get through, but I appreciate your efforts on that. Jeff, we ran together. That was like, I don't even know who you are, right? Just getting to know each other. And we were involved a little bit earlier in the game, but I appreciate the 3 years running with you was some experience. A little different this time around, but I really respect you and John for being in the fire and putting your hat in the ring to say, I'll stay in this fire, and try to help navigate as a board and a community. But I'm also happy for you that you get time with your family and whatnot. So we'll always have that bond of running together, and I appreciate the relationship we built. Mr. Lebecci, hits me up at Bell Works, the Italian stallion over here. Hey, I'm thinking about joining the board. Yeah, can we get some lunch? All right. I didn't know what to expect with this guy, really. But I love him. He brings a passion. He really worked hard to want to get the communications out there to the community, right? Took a lead in that role of the app that we put out, the website, and what's the best way, how many conversations we have about the best way to communicate. That's the biggest challenge for all of us is, how can we get the community involved? And this board definitely over the last few years is focused on getting the word out, first compiling all the data that makes up the school and putting it out there to the community so they could just understand the facts of, whether it's budgeting or contracting or how things operate. Dr. Cascone has led that, and I do appreciate those efforts of bringing the the schools community to the community through your pictures and letting people know what's going on. And the board has now followed that lead with an official channel. But I appreciate the efforts. We've obviously built a fun relationship. We had a lot of good laughs. I hope to see you on the negotiations committee next year. You're one of the more knowledgeable people. You've been in the trenches. That's the most important thing to get right. And it would be a loss for our community if you're not back on that team. So I'm hoping as a community member next year that you get on there. But it's been a pleasure working with you. Deb, I appreciate your administration work coming in. 20-year veteran that you jumped in that had left, and you'd come in and have done a phenomenal job. And we've got a lot going on. So from seeing that and how you've just jumped in and learned a lot quickly to be able to provide the answers that we needed, make sure numbers are correct. Obviously, we have a lot to navigate in 2026, but I'm grateful you and Kyle as well. Two phenomenal hires for our district, awesome administrators, support the entire administration team top to bottom, and we'll continue to. And I know that it's not going to be easy, but Kyle, the efforts all around that you brought to the table, night and day from the legal counsel that we had, it's just the truth. It's been phenomenal. And to have you by our side and be able to always be readily available is so valuable for a board to have the relationships. The relationships is what builds everything. Speaking of Allison, the energy that you bring, I didn't know anybody had more energy than I, had that intenseness to them. But we're battling for that, and you just played a phenomenal role as the vice president this year. I mean, you're pretty much president, leading, fully capable, but your goal was to, again, like the amount of time that you put in that people don't realize to get those newsletters out to 7,000 school community members. They were never getting this information from a board of ed. It's not typical, and it's important, especially for taxpayers and school community members to understand, so then they can understand what's going on with the budget, the hours you put into leading the budget and finance, being involved in negotiations. You don't know how to say no. You want to be involved everywhere you can. You show up, genuinely love being a part of it. You and Kim constantly wearing your Holmdel gear, just really bleeding that Live Holmdel blue. And that's important when it comes from the board, when it comes from the top. It's important. Our role here, I feel like, is we support, we challenge, and we encourage the administration staff, really our superintendent, but you build the relationships, and really that's, really where the relationships, you draw the line, because that's the way it operates. But it's great to see that energy. You've certainly proven myself to me. It would be a loss if you weren't on the leadership team next year, the community or the negotiations committee. So I hope to see you there. But thank you so much for being an amazing partner, supportive. We made a lot of bold decisions, and we just did the right thing. And the right thing's uncomfortable sometimes, but we did the right thing, and hopefully the board next year can move it forward. Kim, unbelievable leader on this board, very involved, asks a lot of great questions, definitely not getting things past her. She's definitely an awesome buffer that's needed. It's important to, question things. That's what we're here for. And a lot of times the questions are not, it's in a good energy. It's, let's make sure we have this right. And I've seen a lot of those questions turn into maybe tweaking the way we've done things. And that's it. You get a better product, right? It's just funny because when I wasn't paying attention, I didn't even know Kim was running for the board, because when we grew up, it was Kim Kapowitz. Kim and I grew up together. So here we are landing on the board together. And it's been a great experience. And let's look at it that we agree on probably 95% of the things. And this board has always said, like, how can we drive this district forward? And I think if the board overall mentality continues down that path and says like this is, I'm glad to see you. Typically, there's nobody here. It's our team, which I appreciate. But tonight it's special too, because we're the ones in the trenches together. When we're taking fire from community members who maybe are uninformed, or people get upset about something, and we stuck together as a board during some tough times. We made a lot of bold moves that have moved the district forward, whether it was the start time, whether it was raising the caliber on our honor structure. A lot of these things that we did that we felt like, hey, we are going to raise the bar here in Holmdel. And that's what we expect. So I hope you continue that mission. It's been great to work with all of you. I know Jeff feels the same way. We just have so much on our mind, but we thank our families. I thank my wife, Sarah, my kids, Leo and Liv, never once questioned, throw it out there, Leo, never once questioned, the time that I put in. They saw the passion. They saw I wanted to be involved. It's been a great experience, and thank you very much. I look forward to the next year's board, and I'll be rooting for all of you. So thank you. All right. Great hearing everybody's comments on that. We're going to move to, man, you threw it at the report of superintendent, so you got to go right to the HIB report.
Submitted into the record as reported in closed executive session.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from the public on action items only? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move to action items. We're first going to vote on a block of, we're going to pull some tonight. We're going to pull 8, 36, 37, 38, 39, 43, and 44. So we're initially going to vote on 1 through 7, 9 through 35, and 40 through 42.
Move.
Roll call?
And the 2 slip sheets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 43, 44.
Oh, got it. Thanks. Yes.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes.
Mr. Mann,
Yes.
Mr. Lebechi.
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes.
Mrs. Lepresti.
Yes.
Mr. Demore.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Chris, just one thing, I know we voted on it, 26 for anyone that might be listening. That is the calendar for next year. So if you're
Okay.
listening, that's,
Thanks for noting that out,
you
Pete.
can now plan your summer vacations.
The
and-
calendar has officially been approved, and when will was it sent out, the official?
Yeah, do you mind if I just give a little public
Sure,
color on that?
sure.
Yeah, so just.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Reddy. So, last week's committee of the whole, administration brought forth 2 options, 2 versions of the calendar, the original, and then the second one, which was informed from community feedback. The original version had schools starting before Labor Day, the Thursday and Friday before Labor Day, and with a full week for the teachers' convention week for fall break. The second version had school for students starting after Labor Day, with the teacher convention week being in session Monday and Wednesday. After discussion with the board, there was consensus from the board that we would stick with the original version, which has the first days for staff, the Wednesday and Thursday before Labor Day, and with students starting the Tuesday after Labor Day, and with the full fall break. So that is the calendar that was just approved this evening.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Gaston.
And it will be distributed to the community in my newsletter next week.
All right.
Wait, Scott, you're saying, am I reading that wrong? So first full day is
Whatever the Tuesday after Labor Day is, I think it's the 7th.
in here.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. My fault. I apologize. Yeah, no, the one that was approved was for school starting before Labor Day. Thursday and Friday would be the first 2 days for students. Sorry. Yeah, Thursday the 3rd. I apologize.
No problem.
All right. All right. Kim, can you read number 8, please?
Approval of appointment supervisor of English language arts, English as a second language for ESL, ELA, K-12 district-wide. Resolved that the board approve the appointment of Valerie Source, supervisor of English language arts, English as a second language, K-12, at a salary of $138,000 prorated, effective on or before February 17, 2026 through June 30th, 2026, pending criminal history review. Move.
Second.
Thank you, Kim. Roll call?
Mr. Reddy.
Yes, congratulations.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, congratulations and welcome.
Mr. Mann,
Absolutely welcome.
Mr. Mr. Lebechi,
Yes, congratulations, welcome, and good luck.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, welcome.
Mrs. Lepresti,
Absolutely. Congrats. Good luck.
and Mr. Demore.
Congratulations. Welcome to Holmdel. All right, we are going to move to
36.
Jeff, 36, please.
Acceptance of grant award from Hackensack Meridian Health, that the board accept with gratitude a mini wellness grant award to Village Elementary School from the Hackensack Meridian Health in the amount of $1,500 for the Sensory Path Initiative.
Motion.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reddy,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mann,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Lavecchi.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Lopresti.
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Demary.
Yes, thank you. Raymond. Number 37, please. I don't know who else to give it to. His own thing? Well, who am I going to give it to? All right. Does somebody want to read 37? Anthony.
I'll read it.
37.
It's a little off-putting to read your own donation. Acceptance of monetary donation from none other than board member, Mr. Raymond Kim. Resolved that the board accept with gratitude a monetary donation from Mr. Raymond Kim in the amount of $250 to be designated for any general purpose that serves our students and supports their educational experience.
Thank you, Raymond.
Move.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reddy,
Yes, thank you very, very much.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, thank you very much.
Mr. Mann,
Yes, thanks, Ray.
Mr. Lavecchi,
Yes, thank you, Ray.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, my pleasure.
Mrs. Lopresti,
Yes, thanks, Ray.
Mr. Demary.
Yes, thank you, Ray. Number 38, Ray, can you read number 38?
Acceptance of grant award for Mark Schonwetter Holocaust Education Foundation. That the board accept with gratitude a grant award for Mark Schonwetter Holocaust Education Foundation, the amount of $1,000 designated to enhance Holocaust education at Holmdel High School. Account number 20-011-100-600-0000-HO-00020.
All right, thank you. Motion.
Motion.
Second. Move.
Roll call.
Mr. Reddy,
Yes, thank you very much.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mann,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Lavecchi,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Lopresti,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Demary.
Yes, thank you. Pete, number 39, please.
Sure. 39, acceptance of monetary donation from Holmdel Foundation for Educational Excellence, known as HFEE. Resolved that the board accept with gratitude a monetary donation from the Holmdel Foundation for Educational Excellence in the amount of $65,000 to be designated for the build out of the aquaponics labs at the Holmdel High School. As
Move.
second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reddy,
Yes, thank you very much.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mann,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Lavecchi,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Lopresti.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Demary.
Yes, thank you. Allison, can you read 43 and 44, please?
Sure. I'm going to read 43 and 44, then we'll just take one vote. Approval of shared service agreement with the Township of Holmdel for Safe Schools Resource Officer Program. Resolved pursuant to the Uniform Shared Services and Consolidation Act, NJSA 440A:65-1 et sequence, that the Holmdel Township Board of Education approves a shared services agreement with the Township of Holmdel for the Safe Schools Resource Officer Program from 2026 to 2029 on file in the office of the School Business Administrator and authorizes its president, superintendent, and business administrator board secretary to execute same on behalf of the board. Resolution 44, approval of shared service agreement with the Township of Holmdel for Special Law Enforcement Officers Class 3. Pursuant to the Uniform Shared Services and Consolidation Act, NJSA 40A:65-1, that the Holmdel Township Board of Education approves the shared services agreement with the Township of Holmdel for the Special Law Enforcement Officers Class 3, 2026 to 2029, on file in the school of the School Business Administrator and authorizes its president, superintendent, and business administrator board secretary to execute same on behalf of the board.
Move.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, roll call.
Mr. Reddy,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. DeSillo,
Yes, thank you very much.
Mr. Mann,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Lavecchi,
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Kim,
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Lopresti,
Yes, thank you so much for your continued contributions for the security of our school community.
Mrs. Demary.
Thank you for the partnership. Yes. Okay, great. Great way to end it. We have old business. Does anybody want to throw anything out there as the year ends? Carlos? Give a shout out to Carlos, Matt, and Steve for always being ready to go. For 3 years, always here, always ready to help. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate what you do. Okay, any new business? All right. No questions or comments from the public. I just want to end it by saying thank you to the Holmdel Hornets, the students of our schools. Definitely been amazing watching our students in every facet. Being on the board kind of gives you those luxuries of being able to see things that maybe you wouldn't attend events. And it was definitely the students that made it all worth it, and seeing the accomplishments and the opportunities. And thank you for all our teachers, administration, staff members for providing these amazing opportunities. There's so many opportunities in Holmdel. The school has only evolved and grown since I attended in the 90s. Our students just have so much to get after, and they do, right? And it's great to see. This is a phenomenal place to send your child. It always has been. And I hope all the people out there who don't see it, a small percentage, do appreciate what goes into it and where you're sending your kids, because it's an incredible place. And I know I'm feeling confident that we're going to keep it that way. So cheers to a good 2026, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and farewell. See ya. Adjournment.
Move.
Roll call.
No, all in favor? Aye.
All in favor? All right.